I've spent most of today trying to figure out what has been happening to me and why I have such a problem remembering things. So I'm going to explain it to everybody, and I want you to hold up and hang out for a minute and listen. Let me grab my journal. I must have said something that was sensitive enough that it was worth utilizing this technology. My head has been spinning for most of the day, and I've had a hard time remembering things, but I remember things that I shouldn't remember. So I figured it out. The correlation between myself and the TV show John Doe. It's from the episode called Tone Deaf or Tone Dead. ULF noises. You guys remember what was happening last night? Houdini kept on whining, wanting to go outside, but then wanting to come back in, but then wanting to go back outside. And I couldn't figure out why. Figured it out. It's either ULF or it's UHF. Ultra low or ultra high frequencies, because both of them can be utilized in order to causate certain instances in the mind. And mind you, I've been exposed to this all day. I don't know where it's coming from, but I know that it's somewheres around the house. It can cause ULF and UHF can cause migraines, memory loss, nausea, heart palpitations, myoplegia. That's migraines that cause half of your body to act as if you've had a stroke. You know, it goes completely numb and you lose control over it. Seizure, cardiovascular events, and dysplagic mental psychosis. There are certain possible military applications, such as area denial, discreditation of competency, and long-range lethality without any markers, any physical markers. ULF can possibly penetrate most building materials, theoretically speaking. I don't know how I know all of this. It's coming back to me slowly. It's not just a hangover, Garrett. I don't know how to explain this to you. It's not just a hangover. Hangovers don't make you forget your name or where you've been or who you are or what time of the day it is, or make you have heart palpitations, or make half of your face droop like it's been happening all day. Sure, it can cause migraines, but that's not myoplegic migraines. And I shouldn't be having my leg jump and be stuttering this much. I don't stutter like this. It's not normal. So, and it's coming back to me in little spurts and whatnot, which tells me that sometimes it's on and sometimes it's off. And it's migraines that come out of nowhere. At first, I thought it was a migraine due to the piece of concrete in my head, but now I'm remembering bits and pieces that I shouldn't remember and things that I shouldn't know. All right. And these things are I can't remember. Sometimes I can't keep my train of thought, but then again, I can come right back to it. It's strange. It's something that is called progressive regressive polymorphic amnesia with influxes of pseudo-savant characteristics. It's like I know things that I shouldn't. It's like I've got these bursts of super intelligence that I shouldn't have. I mean, I understand I'm really smart. Okay, I get that. I know I had a library as a child, and I know I have a 168 IQ, and I know I'm smart. Okay, that's not. It doesn't explain certain things, like how I know certain military designations that I should not know. Certain black designations that I should not know. And forgetting things. And every time I say the words forgetting things, I forget my train of thought instead of. It's like my brain's trying to remember, but it can't. And this started about 2 days ago. I started having these issues, but it got really bad last night, and I don't understand why. And it's I don't think that it's the Large Hadron Collider. I think it's pardon me. I think it's ultra low frequency. Because I remember something about an ultra low frequency weapon that was utilized by the Nazis and then again by the Soviets. And it can cause nausea. Nausea is not something that I normally experience, mind you. I don't get seasick. I don't get nauseated, especially not after, 10 hours without alcohol. There's no reason for this. I'm sober right now. I don't have a hangover. I've had 3 cups of coffee. I've had 2 meals. I haven't had a drink of alcohol since yesterday. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. My legs jump without me putting in any input into my legs. I've been having trouble standing. I'll fall over for no reason, fall into my doorway for no reason, as if I'm drunk, but I'm not. I'm perfectly coherent. I'm not dizzy. I mean, having heart palpitations, and I shouldn't be having heart palpitations unless there's something that would cause that. And it's not alcohol. And I know this. Alcohol doesn't give me heart palpitations. You know what gives me heart palpitations? Believe it or don't, not having enough alcohol, or not having aspirin in my system, or getting too anxious, too much anxiety. The only other thing that's ever done it is Ritalin. And I haven't taken Ritalin in years, decades even. I don't get anxious anymore. It's like I haven't had anxiety since I was 21. Doesn't make sense. Oh, there we go again. Oh, heart palpitations. I'm experiencing chest pains right now. And I do have a knack for having heart attacks, but it needs to be triggered by something, too much heat or something, you know. It's not normal for me to just all of a sudden start having heart palpitations out of nowhere. And having memories come out of the woodwork, like the memories of electroshock therapy when I was a child. Like my brain's trying to reach for something, trying to put some puzzle together and can't figure it out. It's been 5 days since I took aspirin. 5 days. I have long since pissed it out. I've had 2 cups of water before I even turned on the video here. And every time I've gone in for an EKG, an ECG, it has come back as perfectly normal. This is what I mean by, I think it's ULF or UHF. Specifically because of the possible military applications for it. Discreditation of competency. Enough to make you look like you're crazy. Not to mention the fact that the pain comes in waves, but I've got this constant ringing in my ears. And every time I get pain that comes in waves, Houdini whines. or, like the birds outside start going nuts for no reason. It's strange. Like the glasses, the pieces of glass on the table start ringing. Doesn't make sense, but it makes perfect sense. This is what my brain was trying to put together so many puzzle pieces in order to figure out what happened. I had a major lapse of memory last night. A major lapse of memory. I forgot who I was, where I was, and how, what even my name was. That's my point. It doesn't make sense, but it does make sense. Hey, Dylan. Good to see you. Glad you came in. Although, I'm dealing with something that it's one of those extra special kind of weird sort of things. So, yeah, you probably think I'm nuts. It's fine. I'm not mad at you. I've been called crazy most of my life. It's just a matter of certain things don't make sense, and some things I've got explanations for, and some things I don't. So I truly understand if you think I'm nuts. That's fine. I truly understand if everybody thinks I'm crazy, because I hope I'm crazy. I hope that my head is hurting for just fucking bullshit ass reasons and I'm overreacting. Really. I hope that I'm losing my memory for no reason at all. Early onset dementia. Please, dear God, let that be the case. Because if it's not, then I am being attacked in my own home. See what I mean about the nausea? It's not stopping either. Because things I've said, certain bits of information I let on, I had to go and delete my last video just as a precautionary, just in case. Y'all know what happened, but that's my point. I can't entirely explain it, but I'm coming close to some things that make sense. That's why I think that I'm being, I hypothesize that I may be being attacked. It's hypothetical. I can't prove it. But it seems to be that every time it comes in, every time it happens, my jaw starts to have this eerie ringing noise to it, and I start burping like crazy. And here's the crazy thing. Dogs can't hear ULF, but they can hear UHF. And if you remember last night, there were these strange noises like ringing in the background. The bottles sitting on my table were ringing with my voice, like something was coming, like I was getting feedback from my computer. And then Houdini would sit there and whine every time. Hey, cuz. Wait, somebody. I'm getting that. Ow. I'm getting that feedback again, and I'm getting the brain pain. Okay. Anyways, I've tried to give you guys the information I can. So yeah, it's in a nutshell. There you go. That's what I think is going on. Hi, Virginia. I remember quite a few things. Surprisingly enough. And no, I haven't had a fucking wink of sleep. My brain won't stop. It's been going overtime since we got off of the YouTube here. Since we got off of the StreamYard. I've been trying to piece the puzzle together. And I think I have it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Magic. I think I've got it. I think I've figured it out. And that's what I don't understand is if I figured it out, why does it keep happening? What can I do to stop it from happening? See, ultra low frequency can penetrate through most building materials. That includes metals. That's why Faraday cages are really no help for ULF waves. They'll stop UHF waves, but they won't stop ULF. You need an alternate frequency, one that can cancel it out. That's why I've been trying to put, the beer bottles and whiskey bottles and all the different glass bottles and jars and around me, so that I've got like this self-canceling system. And it's only so good. It's not perfect. The Nazis, when they created that weapon, they also created a way of fighting their own weapon, of kind of like shielding themselves from their own weapon. They used acoustic materials in a way that, in a wavelength pattern, sort of, that would reflect or destabilize the signature. I don't understand why it's just not working. Maybe I'm just adding to the problem. I don't know. Well, magic. I'd look it up, trust me. Yeah, maybe water is the answer. I don't know. I'm going to turn on the shower and just listen to the water falling because it might cancel it out. I noticed that when the rain started falling last night, the ULF or UHF or whatever peaked and then it fell away as if it was gone. The pain peaked and then fell away as if it was just instantly gone, like it was relief. There again, when it was raining, when it first started raining last night, it became very intense for the first few minutes. First several hours, actually. And it's like it amplified the pain. And then it canceled itself out. And y'all were literally right there when it happened. That's my point. It can't be a nutrition problem because I'm getting my greens, I'm getting my fruits, I'm getting my meat, I'm getting my carbs, I'm getting my salts. I'm paying attention to the different kinds of salts. I mean, the vitamins and mineral uptake. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, if you catch me with an aluminum hat on, you're going to see me running around screaming bloody murder because of the damn migraine that it's causing. I mean, honestly, why would you ever fucking stick an antenna on top of your head when you're dealing with that sort of thing? Really? It doesn't create a Faraday cage for your brain. It creates a fucking antenna that grounds to your ears. That's why I don't believe in the aluminum foil hat bullshit. I'm not a tinfoil hat wearing motherfucker. It doesn't work like that. That does not work. It's actually a joke. It makes a fucking antenna. It makes you more susceptible, not less. Besides, those frequencies that would be most potent would probably pass right through aluminum anyways. And it seems to be something that fades in and out. It doesn't, it's not constant, but it's definitely painful. Yeah, I know, Denise, but it doesn't have anything to do with CERN, honestly. There's not enough energy running through the magnets at low enough frequency to cause that pain. I'm thinking that either it's a very close by weapon meaning within 800 yards of my position, or it's the sun. It's the only two things that can do it. CERN can't touch me from where it's at. It's on the opposite end of the planet. That's my point. CERN doesn't make sense. It would take something at about 1 volt or no, sorry, 150 volts at 2 hertz to interfere with the brain. At about between 80 and 100 amps. It's complicated, and I can walk you through the math, but it's not something that CERN is actually capable of, being on the other side of a gigantic resistor. Our planet is a giant capacitor and resistor at the same time. It both conducts electricity and stops electricity. Yeah, Deathclaw, that's my point. The electromagnetic energy being, at a distance, it wouldn't work. You'd have to be close enough to do it. That's my point. You'd actually have to be very close, or you'd have to be the sun. Otherwise it's impossible with current human technology. I mean, yeah, acoustic wavelength at ULF signature would be about the only thing that could do it around, within, line of sight as well. Well, not necessarily line of sight, because it can go through building materials, but, well, theoretically speaking anyways. It couldn't be HARP. HARP doesn't operate at the proper energy levels for that. And beyond that, HARP has been decommissioned. It doesn't even run. Gatorade, motherfucker. Yeah, no, it's not the issue. That's not the issue here, and I know it's not. I'm looking and I'm reaching for answers. I've literally run through the gamut of it. Yes, we are being hit by currently being hit by a solar storm, but there again, you'd think I have enough of a resistor in between me and the sun. Of course, maybe not. There is that. But then why would it be at certain times, after I've said certain things that are almost like indicators of a trigger. Makes no sense. I mean, my own computer could be a source point, but that's very unlikely. It still could be done through my computer, I'm sure. It also could be our star for certain. That's something that, I'd probably have to get Dr. Davidson involved with, or, it depends. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it right now. I don't have a ferrotometer. I can't tell what the frequencies are that are around me right now. Or a magnetometer, for that matter. Those are the two things that you can use, a ferrotometer or a magnetometer. Those can tell you what frequencies are happening around you. What frequencies you're exposed to. But we're always exposed to cosmic rays. That's not necessarily what I think this is. I think this is more to do with a specific wavelength, a specific pardon. Fuck. Sorry. Nausea. It comes in waves, like I said. So, no, it's not a lack of water. Trust me in that. Believe me later. I've had 5 or 6 glasses of water today. Fucking 2 right before I even got onto the computer here. It could very well be the massive supernovas that are popping off. It could very well be the solar storms that are hitting us are, always going off. It just could be solar wind, plasma injection, and, could be L shell relation or other magnetic shell relation. Could be ionospheric forcing. Could be a multitude of things. What I do know is that the best explanation that I have is ULF. Planetary alignment. Beyond the fact that it's not happening, just it didn't do anything in the past. Why would it do anything now? Maybe it's the disproportionate pull of all the different planets, and something's out of whack or something. I don't fucking know about that one, but I mean, yeah, I do know about that one, but I don't think that's the case. I think we are experiencing an ultra low frequency, a dilation, if you will, electromagnetic dilation, ultra low frequency, which is affecting us because of certain things. No, 1 teaspoon of mustard will just give me heartburn, Denise. I'm an Italian on my mother's side. It means I have a disproportionate knack for having acid reflux. And writing it out is probably all the best we can all do. Mind you, my brain is probably more sensitive than a lot of people. Just because of, having a previous traumatic brain injury, and then on top of that, having metal in my head, probably more susceptible to it than other people. I have a natural antenna in my fucking head. So I'm more likely to experience lapses of memory than other people. Yeah. If it was suspicious observers, he had to shut down that site because something about the platform was taken away from him or something. Or it was shut down for some reason or another, or he couldn't keep up with it or something to do with his personal life. What I do know is that there's something that's making it so that I'm more susceptible than other people right now for some reason. And it's like I have waves of it. Like I forget things and then I remember them, and then I forget them and I remember them, and then I forget them and I remember. It's back and forth. And that's why I started writing things down in a journal. Just in order to be able to keep track of my thoughts, because of the back and forth. It's driving me batshit crazy, I'm telling you. It's making me nutty because I can't remember, but I can remember. If you know what I mean. I literally spent the last 15 hours sitting there researching, just trying to figure out what my brain was trying to tell me. And that's where I found that my brain automatically started clicking on certain things at certain times, and it started making sense. So that's why I've grasped at this straw, is because it makes sense. That's what I'm saying. This makes sense. Other things are not making sense, but this makes sense. And if I'm wrong, then I must be crazy, because honestly, there's really not many other explanations. I mean, sure, I'm prone to having fucking migraines. I'm prone to having heart problems, cardiovascular events, but this has been happening since I was 21, and it doesn't always make sense. There's not always a good reason for it, which makes me have to think, why? I have to ask why. What's causing it? What's creating it? What is instigating it? See what I mean about forgetting things? I forgot that word for a second, even though that should have been a word that I remember quite well, because oftentimes people instigate the shit out of me. instigate my anger and my aggression. So this is my point. I don't completely understand. So does salt. But salt can cause heart palpitations. See, the whole point is that it's a vicious cycle if I do anything about it. So what I found was that there's a frequency, a specific frequency, whether it's ultra high frequency or ultra low frequency. The ultra high frequency, Houdini can hear that, and that's why he was whining like crazy last night. Apparently, it doesn't really work that well constantly. So they're switching back and forth, or whatever it is that's doing it is switching back and forth between the ultra high and the ultra low. So my I'm blaming my memory loss on actual proven science. I'm not sitting there going and saying, well, this is possible or that's possible, or, I'm going to try and treat symptoms. I'm looking at the actual causes. What could be the actual cause? What's the scientific reason for things? That's what I've got to do. Why would they use why would the MICKEY, why would Mickey Mouse go and use that against me? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I said something that I shouldn't have said. Maybe I said something that was top secret shit. I don't fucking know. Maybe I said something that just pissed someone off, and so they're taking it out on me. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's just the sun, for some reason, being able to go back and forth between the two, I don't know. I really don't. I can't put my finger on it because I don't have a magnometer. I can't tell what the frequencies are, what they are between the two. Yeah, because they did. Hey there, GBA. God bless America. God bless you, brother. God save me from this fucking incredible, intense pain. And the numb face and all that other bullshit. Basically an electromagnetic frequency reading device. What it's about. What I'm trying to figure out. How much can I drink a night and still be functional? About a quarter of a bottle of whiskey or 2 beers. Noticeable superpowers, besides my incredible understanding of physics, no. I guess somebody lost their minds and went and blew them up. I don't know. Apparently, that's what Song said. Somebody went and blew up the fucking Georgia Guidestones. I don't know. Captain Rebel yell. Oh my God. Really, cuz? Yes, I remember that you're my cousin. I'm drooling like crazy over here. Who? What's going on? And shaking your head. Is there owies? Owie noise? Yeah? Okay. There's owie noise. Okay. Papa understands, Papa. That's all things. So, yeah. Apparently there's some sort of a noise that's making him hurt. Yeah, I do. I need to get to a doctor who can do a CT scan, or maybe it's not even that. Maybe it has nothing to do with my brain and more to do with frequencies. Like I said, it's the only logical, rational reason I can come up with. I know it sounds like, one big old freaking paranoia, like I'm just crazy or something. Sure, whatever. I hope I'm crazy. Really do. I hope I'm crazy. But apparently, Houdini is hearing noises, really high frequency noises, and the rain has increased tenfold since I stepped inside and came back out. Food for thought. And my jaw hurts. And my head hurts. I'm gonna have a cigarette. Maybe that'll help some. I am outside in bare feet. Isn't that kind of funny? I need. Not that, being outside in bare feet is actually helpful for that. My head still hurts. And my battery is draining at an unprecedented rate.
calculate that. Supposedly I have an hour and 15 minutes left. Yeah, bullshit going on in this country would give anyone a damn headache. You're right. That being said, I'm not focused on that. I don't give a shit if you cuss. It's not important. What's important is there's something wrong. It's either UHF or ULF. Honest. Fucking with my head, fucking with my heart. Yeah, ha ha ha. Funny. I know. It's like a Weird Al Yankovic song. Can't tell it's raining. Oregon. Hey, Eric. Yeah, I'm in Oregon. Rain is not an abnormality here. It's just the coincidences that are abnormal. That's what I'm looking at, is the coincidences. There's too many coincidences for it to be coincidence. You see, scientists don't believe in coincidence. They believe in cause and effect. We believe in cause and effect. I try to hold myself to a scientific standard. I try not to be the crazy Uncle Larry. Ray just increased. And apparently, Houdini's not liking it. Yeah, I don't put a lot of stock in doctors anymore. I've had enough experience in my life that I don't. It's not anything against Dr. Deathclaw. It's really just all doctors. Don't get me wrong. There are times there I've needed doctors and they've saved my life. There's also been times where doctors have nearly killed me. So I do have good reason to be kind of leery. I'm personally kind of back to semi-normal as far as my memory is concerned. That's about it. Still dizzy. Still having issues with my pain. And I don't think it's an issue that grounding is going to help. And I really don't think it's an issue that medication is going to help. Let me put it this way. They have yet to find a medication that actually will treat whatever it is that I've got. Yep, if I could afford it, Huck. If I could afford it. I'm smoking a cigarette right now. Every doctor I've ever gone to see has tried to pawn off another prescription on me. They've said, "Oh, well, you got this problem here. Let me treat it with another pill instead of." There's this other treatment that I know of that doesn't involve medications. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can grow it in Oregon. Doesn't mean I can grow it in Oregon. Apparently, I'm no good at growing pot up here. Either that or my seed stock is crap. It's finally shot its wad. go plug my computer back in before it dies. Miss Denon? That's my good hund. Yeah. Thank you. I love you, Hoodoo. That's my good boy. Sorry, I forgot, Bubby. Papa wasn't trying to forget who.
Virginia lurks. Sorry. Oh, look. Another glass of water because why not? Doesn't make sense. Du hast water, mein Hund. Du hast water. Jawohl. In dein Bord. Du hast water. All I know is that I've been able to draw certain conclusions based off of what my mind was jumping to last night. Can you hear him over there? He's sitting there telling me that there's something that's hurting his ears. That's my point. I don't understand it, but I do. But the pain is not. It's back and forth. Seems to get worse when I drink water for some reason. And yeah, no, it's not the water. Well, I could feel better in a minute. I just got to get over the back and forth. My brain is in and out. Pain is in and out. And that's why I keep on thinking it's frequencies. It's not normal. It doesn't make sense. And I don't understand why. Some salt. And water. All right, Death Claw, you have a good day. Yeah, Song, there's a lot around me. I'm like in the epicenter between 4 or 5 different military bases and 2 black sites. 3 or 4 black sites, really, but it's just back and forth. I know about it and then I don't know about it. It's like I'm being bombarded all the time and it doesn't make sense. Haven't been able to sleep all day, which is strange for me. I'm not able to sleep at night, and y'all know why, but I just haven't been able to sleep in the daytime either. It's weird. It's like it keeps on coming back. I can't put my finger on it anymore. It's pain. But I don't know why. I know that brushing my hair tends to help every now and then. I think there might, I don't know, it might have been. I know that several years back, the Arecibo antenna in Costa Rica fell into itself. And, you know, it was deteriorating, of course, but there again, cause and effect. Something had to start it, something had to have done it. And on top of that, there was also a lot of electromagnetic issues in South America very recently. And most scientists that are paying attention to the world blame it on the sun and on electromagnetic frequencies bombarding our planet. Sure, there's some folks out there that are blaming it on military tech. There's always some reason or another, you know, something's happening, but it doesn't make sense. Some of these things don't make sense. Yeah, but again, HARP is not capable of it. Okay, it's just not, because of where that antenna directs at. That antenna is directed at the ionosphere and uses the ionosphere in order to communicate with submarines in the Australian ocean, you know, the Antarctic Ocean. Doesn't use that frequency on submarines here near the United States. So I'm more inclined to think that it's our star. I'm more inclined to think that it's not military technology, unless, of course, it is right here in my own backyard, within 800 yards, or within line of sight. You got to remember, I've got mountains all around me. Well, that'd be really interesting there, Eric. There is like I said, there is a certain military technology from back in the 40s and the 30s that the Nazis came up with that utilizes ultra low frequency sound waves. It's a sound wave generator that uses ultra low frequency in order to cause nausea and migraines and myoplasma and all sorts of different issues, neurological issues. So Huck, I've had vertigo since I was a kid. That's not the issue. Vertigo, I get vertigo when I look down at my feet. I am sober, Pete, as a preacher on Sunday before Mass. That's what's bothering me. I'd blame it on the alcohol if it was. I'd blame it on the alcohol if there was alcohol in my system. Yeah, Pete, that was a couple days ago. In fact, that was 2 or 3 days ago. Meclizine. Meclizine. Fuck, I used to know this. "48 hours ago, 2 days ago." Like I said, 2 or 3 days ago. Alcohol's out of your system within an hour of taking that. And it's per shot. I understand that, but, because I was drinking whiskey, but seriously, that was out of my system by the next day. That's a possibility, Pete. The Russians were the ones that picked up the ULF weapon after the Germans put it down. The Germans put it down because it was uncontrollable. It couldn't be used. It couldn't be used safely. No song. My blood is O pos or O negative. Sorry, my blood's O negative. Alcohol's been out of my system for a little bit more than 14 hours. So that doesn't compute. It doesn't work. Houdini's over there licking his paws like a kid sucks their thumb when they're trying to comfort themselves. This is my point. It's got to be something that's affecting both of us. It can't just be me. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. My mom's blood type, my dad's blood type, and both of my sister's blood types are O negative. My blood type happens to be O negative. Blood type O, Rh negative. So, yeah, that's my blood type's not alcohol. Low frequency sound waves can do this though, and that's what I keep on coming back to. Low frequency sound waves and ultra high frequency wavelengths, ultra high frequency. Both of those can have effects on the human body physically. And that's some pretty scary thoughts for those, that deal in the realm of physics. Ultra low frequency sound waves or ultra low frequency waves, not necessarily sound waves, just acoustic generated ultra low frequency waves. Doesn't have to be sound waves. It could be, generated by something that would create, sound waves, but at such a low frequency that human beings and animals like dogs and cats can't hear. Hey, Grant, there's certain animals that can hear those frequencies, like whales and earthworms and some birds, although I don't think any of them live in North America. Well, some of them do. Like robins. Robins can hear ultra low frequency. So there is that. It's just a matter of I can't entirely put my finger on it. So yeah, it makes me sound crazy, I'm sure. Fucking crazy smart, damn it. Some days I know too much for my own good. This is what I mean by it sounds crazy. I can't tell that it's happening, but every now and then the robins go off like crazy. Like they just have meltdowns in the freaking trees around me. And there are certain government installations. There's probably some form of governmental experiments around here. I mean, this is a veteran community. I mean, come on. Literally a veterans community. Yes. Bats, dolphins, whales. Not entirely sure about sharks or fish, but it's possible. Sharks and fish here on the same wavelength. So it's maybe possible, but it's unlikely. However, dolphins and whales communicate on ultra low frequency, so that is not just a possibility, it's a known fact. All I know is I've been getting really sick from it, and I've been getting dizzy spells, and I've been getting lapses in memory and nausea and heart palpitations and just it's really strange. All right, this was in the History Channel and a couple of other different things. Let me see if I can pull it up here for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. I used to have an actual line on this stuff, if I can remember how to get it right. Here. Damn it. Let me just do it this way. Screw tube. History Channel ULF weapons. Enter. I don't care about ancient war tech. I want to know about ULF. Modern Marvel's deadliest weapons, dogfights, US Peace Pact, Japanese Navy, human weapon, evolution of firearms, weapons of war, elite German forces, history of the firearm, ancient tank tech. It's just like it's not showing up. And okay. No, I'm not interested in all that BS. Come on. Fucking computer. Do what I'm asking you to do. Fucking computer. Okay. It's not showing up. So they must have taken that video down for reasons best known to conspiracy theorists everywhere. I don't know. See, it was a thing that I remember seeing several years ago about ULF. And that's why I'm drawing these conclusions. It's a Nazi secret super weapon that was used primarily as a science experiment, and it was deemed too dangerous for the battlefield. So they never actually deployed it. They never used it. Okay. These. No. It's not that one. Where is it? God, I know it's there somewheres. Not the sun gun. Was where is it? Don't give a shit about fucking. Don't recommend me shit. I want to know about the fucking. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. Super Cannon. Fucking Peter Paul. Heavy tanks. Don't give a shit about. Where was it? It's here somewheres.
Hello,
it's not
I'm
what I
Whistler.
did.
You're watching Top 10's Net, and in the video today, we're looking at the top...
Fuck off. Good God. It's a God, it's an old technology. I can't put my finger on it. It was it was such a secret super weapon that we didn't even know it existed until, believe it was the 50s, when a couple of Americans came up with a similar design. And then Nazi scientists came out the woodwork saying, well, you know, they did that and it was horrible and don't do that. And there you go. I can't remember things, and it's something that ULF can actually do. There's an old weapon from the 50s. It's a ULF acoustic generator. That's what we were looking for, Shad, and I can't find it. It's okay, though. It doesn't really fucking matter. What matters is that ultra low frequencies are my hypothesis as to why I had a memory lapse last night and why I keep on having issues today. I think something or someone is creating an ultra low frequency, and it might be completely inadvertent. People may not even know that they're doing it, but it's causing issues. And because I have something akin to an antenna in my skull, fucking gigantic titanium plate in the top of my head, there's a possibility that I might be more susceptible to it than other folks. So there's that. No, not the bell. It's not the bell. It's the it's like I said, it's an acoustic generator. It's not a UFO. It's literally like our access denial weapon or our area denial weapon that we have nowadays that uses microwaves, but it's the inverse of that. It uses sound, or not really sound, but ultra low frequency sound waves in order to do the same thing, pretty much. From the 50s, there was an experiment that went horribly awry and was considered to be a weapon that could not be utilized on the battlefield because it was considered criminal. I think it was actually banned by certain conventions. I can't remember what it was called. An extreme low frequency system. Elves, maybe. I don't know anymore. I can't remember. It doesn't make sense. I knew this. I knew this inside and out and upside down, and now I can't figure it out. Yeah, like LRAD, but the 1950s version of that. It's pretty much like the 1950s version of LRAD. Bug, you're funny. You're really funny. Ha 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 ha. I can count to 21 if I drop my drawers. Sick bastard. I'm just joking. You're not sick. You're just like me. You're very dark sense of humor. Can I say? I can't explain it. I don't know why I can't remember what the name of the system was. It's like LRAD, but it's not. It's like LRAD's grandpappy. You know? It like damn it, I knew about this technology back in the early 2000s was when I first really discovered that it was even a thing. When I first found out about it. And now I can't remember what the name of the technology is. Song, you and me both. You and me both, cuz. Socially impaired. Anyways, I just wanted to come to y'all and try to explain what I think happened last night, because it's, like I said, it's a hypothesis. I'm not sure. I do know that whatever it was hurting Houdini's ears to the point where he was sitting there whining at me. I've thought about it. I can't leave the house unattended. I'm the only person here. Honest, Eric, I'm the only person here, so I can't leave the house unattended. There's too much stuff here that's expensive and irreplaceable, and I can't leave my dog alone. I'd have to take him with me, which means that I leave the house entirely unguarded. It's out of the question. I really, really, really want to take a camping trip or a fishing trip or a hunting trip or just something, get out of the place, but I can't. It is what it is. I literally sleep with my fucking rifle next to me, dude. Too many people have jumped the freaking fence into the backyard, and too many people have sat there and played fucking mind games with me to the point where now I don't even trust my own neighbors. And it's probably not their fault. And that's what I mean. I don't necessarily understand why all this is happening. I just know that it is. So, like I said, I just wanted to come to you with an idea, an update, a hypothesis, basically. Since there's a few folks in the chat that weren't here the other night, I wanted to let you know that they sent my rifle out. The other night being last night. They sent my rifle out, and it should be here by Friday. We'll see if it works out. Hopefully it does. And be a way to blow off some steam for certain. I love semi-automatic guns. And anyways, so I'll let you know when that lands. In the interim, I do need to get some sleep, but I'm gonna try to. There's no guarantees. Yeah, because FedEx are the ones that are bringing it. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure of anything. Hopefully my FedEx guy loves his job and as much as he lets on, and hopefully this whatever the hell it is, it fucking stops, because these frequencies or whatever it is just fucking me up. I'm getting sick and tired of being constantly nauseated, and it's not like I should be. I really should not be. I don't get nauseated from very much. I don't get nauseous from withdrawals, actually. Crazy enough. What happens to me when I go through withdrawals is I get the shivers and, the cold, clammy sweats, but I don't get nauseous. It's strange. I get nauseous from drinking too much, and then I just go and I throw it all up, but that's neither here nor there. There's no alcohol in my system right now. That's my point. There's no reason for it. It can't be alcohol. It actually can't be. That's why it doesn't make sense. Like I said, Eric, I don't trust very many folks around here. Peace, love, and chicken grease there, Magic. Yeah, Eric, I'm not married. Foreplay is fun for me. Let that blow your mind. You probably... Fuck. I inhaled salt. See, like I was about to say, you probably get nauseous from just thinking about it. Me, I get excited. I realize you're very happily divorced. That doesn't make it any less of a case, where you might not really want to get into that again. I'm very happily single and have not been married. Thank God. Because that's a pain that you can't fix with that's pain you can't fix with a fucking bottle of Vicodin. Mm-hmm. Oh. Gotta stop inhaling that. It's fucking salt. Water and salt so that you don't get hypoxia. If you're going to drink more than the recommended daily allowance of water, lick salt. Anyways, it's been great. It's been fun, y'all. I'm out. Think on what I said. Hopefully your day goes better than mine. Much love. God bless. Peace, love, and happiness. And good rest. I'm out.